You have the code for the Zoom meeting. Te lo mandé esta mañana. Muy bien. Vamos a ver. Sí. Esta entidad que se llama Wow Go Amsterdam, los chicos que la tienen son una pareja. Él vivía en la calle, es un ex alcohólico. Bueno, a ver si me están escuchando. Sí. Bueno, esos son los italianos. La voluntaria de Enjoy. Hello. Conectar. Hello. Este es Tiziana. Este es de Sicily, de la que va a ser tu sending. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Esos son de Islandia, esas es decir. Islanders.
Hi.
Yeah, we can share.
Here, so far. Great. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So you can hear us.
Yeah.
Here's Nino from Galicia. Nice to meet you.
I already know him. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
So we are connected with the Italian group, the Polish girls. Hello.
Hello.
And we are waiting from the Netherlanders.
Okay.
Just to introduce our group, you can see Georgia.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Ciao.
And
Ciao.
Antonio.
Ciao.
Oh.
So, we guess that we will take like 1 hour to talk about a little bit the radio equipments and some tips to create your radio show. Okay.
Okay.
Just try to use this meeting to know each other, to make questions, and once you will receive your equipments, for example, the people from Iceland, we will meet again to test again, to try again to begin with the radio. We will receive the last equipment Monday, so we will send to you next week all the material. Okay?
Okay.
Sometimes it's like you don't hear us. That's why I'm not sure that.
No, we hear you. It's okay.
Okay. The Enjoy Sicily group already starts with the radio, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite hard because we started without knowing what we are doing. So it's we are just making a big mess out of what we have.
Okay. So, just try to use this moment, this meeting to figure out your problems.
Okay.
Tiana, we can't hear you, but don't worry. If you can't hear us, it's okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we want to share to you the equipments. As you already know, Enjoy Sicily already know what Iceland not. We need to use, of course, mixer, headphones, microphones, and some more cables. And also we need a laptop. Let me check if people from Netherlands is here.
I don't think there's anybody from the Netherlands.
They can't join. I don't know why. Okay. How is your name's? How is your name's Italian group? Marta,
Yeah, it's me,
Marta, and
Alicia.
Alicia. And third one, the guest.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So just if you want to comment your experience in your first episodes, your first experience in the radio during these weeks, how is going?
Actually, there is not so many things to talk about.
Did you have any problem at a technician problem or something related to the design of the shows or the idea to create the shows or something like that?
Maybe more about how to work with the edition of the podcast. Like, for example, if something didn't work and we had to stop recording, and then we want to record the second part. So how to make the two videos together, if it's even possible. Or
Did you use Mac or Windows?
No, Windows.
Okay, I can send here in the chat the program we use to edit. This is a shortcut. It's for free. It's very easy.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. In that way, you can download from Anchor, download the audio, and then mix in a shortcut. So you can add the notes. You can create your vocal
thanks.
program. But did you have a lot of problems in this way, or did you want to?
We just encountered this problem today because we actually recorded some part and then we wanted to stop for a second. And because we use Spreaker, I'm not sure if this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then as soon as you like not publish it, but as soon as you stop it, then you can't really add anything else or like how to cut it. So I guess this will solve the problem. Other than that, we had problems with the equipment itself, but the equipment has been with us for about 2 months now, I think. So there are some things that were already figured out by our coordinator.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway, just make mistakes and survive with mistakes while you are
This is what
recording.
we've been doing for the past 2 months. We haven't ruined the equipment yet, so I guess we are kind of successful.
Also, while you are recording, don't worry about the final results. It doesn't matter at the beginning. You can create and you can also smile while you are listening to you making mistakes. Don't worry about it, because we also make the, although we are making radio since 2016, 4 years now. We every day make mistakes with the radio. Don't worry about this. So it's not about the results at the beginning. It's about the way to start, the way to create your podcast.
Sure.
Okay, so the last members are joining the meeting.
Yo!
Hi, how are you?
Sherel's a little bit late because he's in a traffic jam, but we got a lot of stuff here, so we're gonna help people out to get how to get.
Are you with a ghost or some? Oh, great!
So I didn't know because like I prefer maybe if people like it when you have like an unboxing thing maybe. So I kept it still in the box. Haven't seen it. Oh, my face. I haven't seen it. You didn't see my.
Better.
So, yeah, I hope people like it. Like super luxe. Oh, it can be luxer than that, bro. Like.
We have the same. It's the same material. Don't worry.
No. Mine is brand new. Yours used right now because out of the box.
Yeah.
I'm joking, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guy who sits there, Sherelle, I think you all met him before in Spain.
Yeah.
Right?
Not
Agreed.
directly, but through Mike and Manuela. I talked with them.
Okay. So it's the first time yet. I never seen you before. So
Don't worry.
nice to have a podcast with you guys.
Don't
So,
worry. I just introduced myself. I'm Nino. And here our group: Georgia,
Ciao, hi.
Valentina,
Ciao.
Antonio.
Antonio's Italian. That is not Spanish name.
What? I'm Spanish. I'm not Italian.
I'm joking.
Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how are you?
Whoa, my sound is weird.
It's a little bit dark here, but
But we have a Marco. We have a classical Italian name too. Marco is there.
Hello.
hello.
So, guys, Mike and Judah from Netherlands. Okay, so we are all the groups. We can start with the first part. We will start from the equipments. Okay. Especially from Judah, so Judah can begin opening these packs and use this material too, while the Italians already have and the Islanders will receive next week.
That's totally not fair. I'm joking.
It's like Black Friday.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Hey, where's Shugal, Yuda?
He's in a traffic jam. He's in a traffic
Isn't
jam.
it-
He's in
Oh, hopefully, he's coming soon. Huh?
Yeah, he's on his way, but due to the traffic jam, he's gonna be a little bit late. So I hope he's rushing in like. So I think he's doing fine. He will come in time, I guess. Otherwise, I will put this minion on his seat. So,
What?
you can see it, right?
Yes, start Judah. Oh, you have a member, new member. So, great.
Okay.
Okay.
So first, we got like a really nice headset. It's really important. Like one can see it. Super Lux, yes. HD.
Yeah.
And I think you can. I don't know where they get this, but it's beautiful. Yeah, like the box my friend Nino got as well. I can open it. Like it's really nice. Just a second. It's really new.
Okay, but let's start from the engine, from the brain of the radio, from the mixer, okay?
The brain of the radio, of course. Do you prefer this big thing?
Yeah, this is
The mixer.
okay.
So we got the mixer.
all in a
Its
mix.
name is Xenix. It's a German one. It's a German one. So if you are German, you will understand this way better than I do.
Ooh, that's a big
So
one.
let's open this thing. I'm gonna put my face in it because you only see my other parts. It's not the meaning of this
Judah,
whole thing.
you seems like an influencer. It's amazing.
I'm not. Trust me. I influence the toilet really, really much, but I keep it.
Yeah,
I'm
come
joking.
on
I'm
now.
joking. So we're
Sure.
gonna open it. I think which side is up?
We are recording all this conversation. Don't worry. We will make
It's okay.
an European.
So first of all, we got like the cables.
Ah,
Really important, of course. Without cables, no connection. Makes sense, right? So Then we got a panel, which I need to pick out. And what's this?
Great, great.
Oh,
It's a bracket.
is it empty?
This is a bracket, so you can install it to the wall or something else. And
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it's pretty handy. Only I'm not gonna do that. That you can search on YouTube. I'm not gonna get a drill and drill a hole in my wall. There we go. Oh, look at it. More. So it's out of it and. Oh,
Oh, great.
well, wait.
Like the same, like our mix.
Ah!
Great.
So it's let's get off this protection. So you can see the manual and the mixer itself. Oh, I went the wrong way up. It's this way up. So you can see the mixer.
Ooh.
Can I just rip it open? Let's do it. 1 second. You put,
Yes.
you put one on what?
You can connect
Rip it open.
the cables and
I need more cameras. This is kind of. I wish Sorel was here because then he could entertain you while I was opening this.
And it's almost Christmas time. So, yeah, this is a start.
You can sing a song. What's your favorite Christmas song? Okay, so
you give us to your minion to
This is
help
the-
you. Yeah.
this is the mixer. So this is the brain of the podcast. If you want to do anything with music, recording, and managing sound systems, this is the way to go. The mixer.
Uh-huh.
So you got like the most important thing. If you want to be, if you're noob, the one thing you need to know, this is the main. So if the like if the speakers are like squeaking and like are really loud, just put this out and on. This is like the main ones. So Nino, I think you can fill me up right here a little bit because you got the panel in front of you. Maybe you can explain a bit where the cables goes and
You are doing
easy.
it well. If you want to continue, it's okay for me.
yeah, but it's okay for me as well because I need to get. I got 2 hands. I got so many packages here.
Okay.
Um,
But I can use like my support, my hands. Yeah, fantastic. So you will find inside your box 2 cables. One cables
yeah,
to switch on.
I need to. I didn't prepare for scissors or anything, but
Don't worry. It doesn't matter if you can't switch on at the moment. Just to show them the cable.
the USB to
You need to connect with your laptop to connect the mixer to
and
your
this
laptop.
and
Yes.
this one. Oh, 1 second. Opening. Oh, shoot! I was calling. Be right back. Back to the break.
Okay, guys, amazing introduction from our guys from Netherlands. Thank you, Mike, for your selection. So we can continue just starting from the mixer. As you can see, we have the first cable to connect the laptop, and the second cable is to connect to the plug. Okay, great, Judah.
So this goes in here.
Uh-huh.
Do you see the connection? It's like it's easy. Everyone can do it. Just put it here.
Yes, you can do it.
Thank you. I feel supported. And this one goes in my.
Yeah, now. Don't worry, we
Can
can
I get maybe get my phone to also join in the Zoom so you guys can also see what I'm doing from my.
Judah, we will show to you how it works. Okay?
Okay.
Have it.
Hello.
We have a friend.
Second person here.
Hi, Joël.
Oh, there's Jorel. Welcome, Jorel. Yeah.
Welcome.
He's too late. Let's get slap him.
I didn't mean to. It's traffic.
The second cable is to connect to the plug. Did you have Judah?
Which plug? The digital cable plug or the smart?
The plug. The connection.
Okay.
Yeah. You connect it.
Yeah, just like here, different ones.
You got
So-
different ones?
Yeah,
Just
it's a
check
different one.
I think he makes the electrical plug, you know? Look at what he's pointing.
Oh, 1 second, I just sealed.
Where am I supposed to rip everything?
You were ripping already, man. Here, you can. Oh, you mean this plug? 1 second.
Yeah, great. We have 2 cables inside of it. Great.
Oh, I thought people already knew this, but this is the plug, guys. This is-
Okay, great. So once
So-
you connect it, I don't know if you can connect now. Don't worry if you can't. But once you will connect it, you have to switch on. Just put it here. Tuck on the 2. Yeah, the opposite. Okay.
Hey, waarom zit er een? Als je hem vasthoudt?
Ja,
Hoi,
ja.
yo!
Teamwork.
Hoi, yo! Ik ga deze eruit halen.
Teamwork. Yes, yes.
And
Hoi, yo! Hoi, yo!
vamos a ver. Okay.
I think it's in.
So switch on.
Should I shoot the
In the camera, yes!
power button?
You can see that we already connect our microphones, so we can see some change in our great. Perfect.
So you have to put this downwards and this upwards. And then it's both on.
You
Oh
have
wait,
to put.
both on.
Okay.
So
Great.
this one on, and then you get this lights. So
Okay.
don't worry if you can't read numbers, it's really easy.
Maybe they will receive a mixer without numbers. Our mixer don't have numbers, as you can see. Okay, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. It's just about the channel in which you will connect. Once you connect and switch on the mixer, you have to connect the microphones and the headphones. Just for the others, to be sure.
One
for
second,
the-
I gotta join the meeting up.
Judah, did you have the microphone cables and headphone cables?
Yes.
Okay, just to show them that although you will receive the microphone cables inside the microphone, you need to buy a separate microphone cable that is
So,
the one Judah is opening. That is, yeah, it's like a
there we go.
male and female cable. Great. So just to make an example,
Okay.
I will show you the microphone. Okay, you can see. Okay, just using the female.
Female.
Microphone. Yeah, we got it. So we got this big. Woo!
Why the male go to the mixer? You're just opening all now. Wow.
Yes, that's more fun, right? People can say, "Oh shit, everything's dropping out."
Yeah. Okay. We have the same microphone
It's
too.
way more fun to pick it open.
It's amazing because you can learn faster.
Guys, you know where this is for? This is for when people spit. So you don't spit on the microphone, you spit on this thing. So like
Yeah.
like against it.
Mhm.
This is the COVID protection.
So yeah, okay. And then
the second one, which is just the
Spit
mic.
plate.
And yes, a spit plate.
Yeah,
A little
great.
hat. Also for spit, I'm guessing, but Judah knows it better.
yeah, but in Spain they spit more than I do.
In Spain.
Yeah.
It's because
Because they never.
Ah,
Now I'm joking around. I'm joking. But in Amsterdam, like in Amsterdam, we spit more. Don't worry, we spit a lot. So you have a clamp on the other side of this thing, so you can clamp it. So it's like when you have a sort of standard, you can put it really nice and tight, like here. So in front of my mouth, so nobody see my spitting. You know, like.
Okay, while you will adjust your microphone, you can continue. I will talk about the headphone, and you can prepare your microphone in the meanwhile. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you need to. So, I don't know if the girls from Enjoy Sicily are already there or finally.
Okay, thank you.
Versace!
Okay, Iceland still survive, but the Italians, I don't know. Okay, so once you have the microphone, you need to connect the headphones. Okay, you will receive headphones with cables, and
Wat zijn we staan op standaard hier? Hier heb ik mijn hand. Ik ben al ingeschakeld. Oké, leg maar hier op de rand.
okay, and you will receive also an amplifier to connect your headphones to this machine, the amplifier, and this machine will be connected directly to the mixer. Okay, in this way, yeah, Judah. In this way,
There we go.
you can use 4 headphones, for example, up to 4 headphones at the same time. If you only, if you are alone, like you does before, you can connect directly the headphones to
No
the mixer.
offense.
Okay. Yeah, great. Yeah. It's the same. Yeah, well, you follow our instruction very well. Great. So once you will connect the amplifier to the mixer, and you connect the mixer with the laptop, your web radio is ready. It's really easy, as you can see.
Radio is radio.
I'm no wizard, but this is taking a little bit of time.
Of course, Judah will take a lot of more time because he's building now and during we are talking about, but he will take like half an hour more or less. It's not more, so it's very easy.
We can do twice as fast. Don't worry.
Great, but don't worry, it's not a problem.
I bid half.
I just want to show to the group from Iceland the programs we are using to record while you will continue building the radio. Don't worry, you don't need this if you want this filter. It doesn't matter at the
The
moment.
corona protector, right?
The corona, yeah, but
What filter?
I'm not using.
Oké.
No,
Hier is een andere.
Lekker.
no.
Ja, ik pak altijd vast mijn koptelefoon uit. Want die moet aangesloten worden aan whatever you're... Echt goede, mooie spullen trouwens.
Daar gaat hij. Hoppakee.
Okay, now I will show the anchor or anchor, depending what you how you
I
call
need to
it.
get in.
Okay, we use this program to register our shows. Okay, you can create an account for free. Okay, Anchor.fm, and can start recording in this part. Okay.
Enter podcast.
When you click on record, you have it's very easy. You will start recording now, but be careful because you have to choose the correct input. Remember that you will not use the phones of the laptop, but you will use the mixer phones. So you need to find the microphones, the phones of your mixer. In this case, Sunflower, maybe one of these two. Okay, for example, and then we will start recording. In this case, we are using also the Zoom device, so I can make a test and record while I'm talking with you, just to show to you that if you create a podcast making an interview with someone using Zoom or Skype, you can just record it here, and then you will stop the registration and you can edit your podcast. It's very easy. Just let's try if it's work.
Mag input en output. Ze hebben hier, maar dit is deze.
Okay, take like a while to create the podcast. Okay. Remember that
Yes.
you can change here the name, okay? Just to be sure that you will find
Hello.
this. I need to wait. Now, okay, it's test. And if I put the link, I hope that you can hear me. No,
Dat geen aanknop.
no, sorry, but I'm using another laptop. That's why.
Oh, hallo, hallo, hallo. Hallo? Nu hoor je me wel.
Nee.
Nee, maar is dat wel aan?
Hij zegt iets, ik hoor niks.
Je hoort helemaal niks. Hallo, hallo. Nu praat je helemaal niet. Even
Oké.
mij staan.
En nu?
Hallo, kijk. Nu ziet hij me wel. In ieder geval het scherm ziet me wel. Maar je hebt jezelf op mute, hoor je me nu?
Nee. Nee.
Oké. Game. Nu hoor je me?
Nee.
Hallo, hallo, hallo.
Judas. Judas.
Judas.
Oh, goed. Ja.
Sorry, no Judas. You are just one.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Oh,
if
where's
you,
my mic? Let's spit some rap.
if you want to test, just switch off your microphone, because if not, it's quite difficult for us to talk at the same time.
Sorry.
Excuse us.
No, don't worry. Just to be sure. Okay. Right. So once you have this audio, you can decide to download the audio and then edit using iMovie or Shortcut. That is the one we use if you have Windows. Okay. Just adding the audio and adding the jingle or the song you want to add. Then my colleagues will explain to you how to make this and why you need to add this. Okay, so just to be sure that it's going well all, download or create a Rancher account, make a test at the moment if you want, people from Iceland, creating some audio tests also without the radio. It doesn't matter. You can create with your mobile phone, or you can create with Skype or Zoom. Hi, Oscar.
Hi. I have been trying to listen from away, but
Don't worry. So once you make this, you will need to join the Spreaker account of One Radio Erasmus. Okay, you will have right to open this account. I already sent the access to Oscar, for example, for people from Iceland, but also Tiziana had it, and Manuel and Mike too. Maybe you will find in Spanish, but you can check the language in your profile. Okay, normally here down you will find change language, so you can use for example in English, Italian, I don't remember how many language you can find, but it's quite easy. If you have any problem to find your language, please ask to us. Here inside the web radio you can find all our podcasts we already created. Sorry, these are not podcasts, these are shows, and inside each shows you can find the podcast. For example, in this show you will find the podcast we already created. Okay. This is a jingle that we used to add to our podcast. It takes like 30 seconds or more. Then we
Hola, ¿qué
fade
tal?
it
Buenos
out
días.
and
Estamos
we
aquí
start
otra vez con
talking.
nuestra serie de programas a las que le queremos dar. Es así de
Okay.
como, por ejemplo, en la actividad
Normally,
around un
the
poco
duration of
No.
the podcast used to be around
y nada, y ahora
20 or
para que
30
si
minutes.
alguien
And we
voluntarios-
used to finish adding another jingle at the end. Okay, this is made by us. It's quite easy. We are not specialists, so don't worry about the edition and creation of jingles or songs. If you need some help, we can help with this without any problem. And so once you will have the radio and you will have the access, the account, the access to go deep to Spreaker, you will create your radio. Now the other guys will show how to make it, what they do, what they did to make it, and you can begin to register your podcast. So just one more time, we use Anchor to register, then we download it and we edit it if we need to add some song. And as the Italians group said, we can download different part if we had to cut the show and then use Shortcut or iMovie to edit it. Then you can put here and upload here in Anchor too, but we prefer to upload on Spreaker. And once in Spreaker, you will need to spread it using your first circle friends, so your sister, brother, boyfriend, and girlfriends and parents, to begin to create an audience. Okay, it's not easy, of course. The Netherlanders are quite ready, it's great. So once you will have your first podcast in this in Spreaker, you can check for the statistics. You can see the number of people that are listening, and maybe you can control if there is some podcast that is not interesting for your audience, or someone else that need to listen concretely about a theme. You will check, you will see. For example, in your case in Iceland, I think that you can talk about environment, about your experience, about your projects, because there are a lot of people around the world interesting, like you, that you made this experience, you decide to choose to make this experience. So maybe are really, really interesting in listening your experience. And you can decide if you will talk in English or I think that is not the case to talk in Icelander, but depending of your decisions and your goals too. You can talk in the radio the language you want. For example, the Spanish group that is not so Spanish, with people from around Europe, will talk both in English and in Spanish, and maybe Italians too and French. So we will see. Don't worry about the language. It's not the problem. The problem, not the problem, but the goal will be to listen very well my colleagues now that will talk how to create the best podcast. Okay, so Yuda, that not Judas. Mike, are you ready? Wow, great! You build it in 5 minutes. It's amazing.
Yes. No, you were talking 10 minutes.
It works at least.
Yeah, it works. What?
I can hear myself talk now.
So it works.
guess you don't have any problem to finish building it then, but now I want to tell. Hello, Judas.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just want to, if you want to, you can leave now the moment what you are doing to listen the girls and Antonio too, that has something more important to tell.
You mean doing to the podcast, or what we're doing next to this, or you mean?
No. They will talk about how to create the podcast. So don't worry about the building of the radio at the moment. Just listen to them. That we talk about how to create. Because what I said until now, it's easy. We already made a YouTube video. You can find this on internet, how to build it. Anyway, if you need some help, then we can talk. But now they will talk about how they are managing now the creation of the podcast. It's something important to you to understand how to begin from tomorrow or from this night, that maybe you can begin tonight with the register.
Oh, you mean to make the podcast? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I will leave. Si quieres poneros.
So we need to start right now?
Yeah. And everybody. So we're gonna explain you like really shortly how we sort of started with our podcast and how we came to the idea, the conclusion. So the first thing we did was brainstorming. Basically, we sat down, we put a pen, board, and we started putting down the ideas, as in what kind of themes we would like to tackle, what kind of titles, what kind of topics. And that led us basically to a conclusion that we want to do 2 shows. So 2 different shows with podcasts. One show that we are creating is going to be for the youth, by the youth, mainly for Spanish speaking people, mainly for Spain, also more specifically for Galicia, which is the part we are in right now. And the other is gonna be about the world. It's gonna be in English, so you can also listen to it. And yeah, so we were basically brainstorming. We were coming through like with different ideas, stupid ones, really good ones, basically anything you can think of. So this was the first thing we did.
Yeah, and then we decided the name, and so the name is important in your shows because it's going to be the first idea that people will have about your show, what's going to be about. So we finally have our titles after this brainstorming. We have one show, it's called Digo Eu, that it means in English I say, but it also has a double meaning with European Union, because we're going to talk about the European Union things. And the other is the Wings from the World. It's this podcast about the world. We're going to speak about untold stories about different parts of the world. And yeah, so I think when you're thinking in the name, think about what you want to say, what you want the public to think when they think in your title, what the idea they will get. And so your turn.
Hi. Other important elements are the duration and the frequency. So if you use Anchor, well, you know that you can have up to 33 minutes to record your program. So you can use that for free. And also the frequency you are going to publish your podcast. We decided we will publish 1 podcast each 2 weeks. So basically 2 podcasts every month. And yeah, so just think about it. It also depends on what you're going to talk about. Of course, you can also publish 1 podcast per week. It's just up to you.
Yeah. So we have to do like just giving 1 podcast this time to deliver it, but you want us to do it like also maybe monthly? Or is it more how you done it?
Can you?
Oh, this is you. Oh, like so for the project, you want us to give like from Anchor or something to get us a podcast or make us a podcast for you guys. And you talk about your experience, like, or doing maybe like monthly or weekly. So for us, it's we have to do it weekly, or you want us to do it once?
You can do as you prefer. Once per week.
Yeah, once per week.
See,
would be
okay,
perfect.
never.
Once
never
per week or in once per month, but we need at least 4 podcasts per month. So you can decide if you will meet once per month and you will register 4 different podcasts, or meet once per week and register 1 podcast per week. But at the end of the month, we need like 4 podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay, just to elaborate on the question you'd asked. So you're asking of us is you want us to do 4 podcasts a month. Okay, for what kind of period are we looking at? Like, is this a continuous thing? Do you want it to do it 1 month, or? Because I thought we were just doing 1 podcast. So I was wondering what you guys.
You can create different shows and talk about the same every time. You can create, for example, in your case, you have 2 at the moment. So you can decide to create 2 different shows. And every month, for each show, to create 2 podcasts, just 2 podcasts per month. Each podcast duration is half an hour, more or less, or 20 minutes. Not more. So,
okay.
So you can start.
1 second.
Uh-huh.
Hebben wij alles? Ik denk dat jij het gezegd doen. Okay. Okay, so you just want us to like create a show, me and him, or together, or separate, for the up. I see yes, I see no, I see different head shakes. Everybody's shaking. Yeah. So what's because I think it's a fun idea, but I didn't know we were gonna do this. So
like 4 times a month.
So you want us to do it 4 times a month, different shows, or same show, or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you feel like?
It can be also the same show. You can make different shows or just 1.
Yeah.
But we have to make podcasts.
Jorel.
Yeah. Michael. Oh yeah.
Jorel.
Michael. Yeah, Joël. Yeah.
Yes. Let me explain something.
Yeah, graag. Yes.
We have different persons that will do the show.
Yeah, also.
So
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
We're gonna win this. We're gonna win this for the Dutch competition. We're the Dutch one.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. If you want to join, you're welcome. But we want to have different persons included into the whole show.
Okay.
Into the.
So, for us.
All right.
When we talk about 4 podcasts, we talk about the radio, not just Judah and okay. It's about.
Ja. Voor de Nederlanders. Dus wij hoeven maar 1 keer mee te doen. Of als we meer willen, mogen we meer. Maar ze willen van, zoals in Nederland willen ze zo 4 keer per maand. Maar hij, dus Michael, nodigt ook andere mensen om dat te doen.
We hebben voor 1 keer zijn we uitgenodigd.
Yes.
For example.
Yes.
For example, I have a show. George and Valentina has another show. Antonio and Valentina has another show. Antonio and George another show, and so on. So we have different shows, although we are 4 people or 5 people, and we create 1 podcast per month each one. That's why at the end of the month we have 6 shows. But it's not about 1 person, 4 shows or 5 shows. It's more people, 1 show per people.
Can we do it together as well?
That tells for 1, so we need. Again. Yes and no.
The guy on the. Okay.
Snap je het, Jorel?
Ja, dus er wordt gewoon een show gehouden door verschillende mensen. Wij zijn nu 1 keer uitgenodigd voor met elkaar een show te maken.
Je zou meerdere shows kunnen doen, maar dan met een andere persoon erbij.
Het project zelf duurt een aantal.
Dus dat ligt aan jullie zelf.
De AG verder.
Als we het leuk vinden, zeg maar.
Ja, precies.
Oh, oké.
Verschillende gasten komen dan in het programma. Verschillende gasten, verschillende sprekers, verschillende onderwerpen.
Oké.
Oké?
En we krijgen nu gewoon de uitleg over hoe we het allemaal aan
Ja,
gaan
ja.
pakken.
En één podcast gaan jullie wel doen samen. Een try-out.
Ja, is goed. Een try-out. En daarna nog een echte later.
Ja. Vandaag.
We hebben nu.
Duidelijk.
Oké.
Okay, so I put here if you want.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. We need we have here, no, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay, we can continue with the discussion about the duration and frequency and more tips to create your podcast.
So the person of a partner. Well, yeah. Another thing is that you can always have guests in your shows. Like in our first podcast, we're going to have a volunteer that is right now in Poland. She's going to tell us about her experience in Poland making the volunteering service. And then when you're making your first episode, you should think about what you want to say. Of course, like in your first show, is going to be like your pilot. So you have to introduce yourselves to tell what people can expect about your show. So take some time to decide that. And yeah, that's pretty much. And then you can put in other things that Georgia will tell you about.
Okay, another important thing, as we said before, it's using jingles, which are like short melody that you put at the beginning and at the end of your show. We use a website called Epidemic Sound, where you can get free jingles. And yes, then we will also talk about the songs, but first about the contents. Valentina will explain you.
Okay, so once you have the idea, you have the name, you have the theme, we go to designing our first podcast and like doing thinking of how it's going to look always. So you always have to follow this scheme, which is basically you start with a jingle, you do the introduction, you divide it in blocks. So you always make a scheme of what you're gonna say. So there's never like a pause. It's never like quiet because it makes it harder to edit at the end. So basically you think, okay, I'm gonna start with the jingle. Then Georgia is gonna start with the presentation. Then I'm gonna start with introducing the topic. Then Antonio is gonna follow with an interview. And basically we just follow these blocks. And in the end, it's closing. You can also think of what to say every time when you say goodbye and every time you say hello. So something like, okay, so more about this. Next time we hear each other. It's like you just make up something and then it follows a jingle. So basically you have to, before you start recording, it's good that you have a scheme in your head so you don't get lost and you just basically follow that.
Okay. Then last but not least, songs. We can add songs in our podcast. It depends on what the podcast is going to be about. Of course, we are going to talk about certain themes, so we don't think we will add many songs, but you can do it. It's important always to add them, let's say, each 10 minutes, so that you will give people a break. And yes, the song, it has always to be put after the introduction. So after the jingle and the introduction. There are websites in which you can download for free some songs. We can write it later for you. One, for example, is called Jamendo or Musopen Audionautics, but we are going to write them so you can have it. And yes, as Valentina said, it's important every time you close your show to remember people to add you on, for example, social medias, to like your radio channel and so on. So it is also really important to remember people that to follow you, let's say on social medias and so on.
Is everything clear at the moment? Okay.
Yes, everything is clear. We already start discussing and laughing about the jingles and stuff. It's going to be real fun.
We're just very pumped about this. It's
Okay.
it's more fun than I imagined.
If you are creative and musicians, you can also use like your guitar or play music by your own if you want, or sing a song by your own, and you can register this like a jingle. It's very important to understand that if you put public music with copyright, is not allowed, as you can imagine. So we avoid this way at the moment. Once your podcast will be famous, of course, you can buy by your own a license to also add music with the copyright. Don't worry, we will get it. But at the moment, try to be inspired from your creativity, imagination, and try to begin with this kind of tools. So if you play guitar, or if you want to use Epidemic Sound or another website, if you already know it. But one thing important is also about the tone of voice and about the way you will talk during the podcast. Be sure when you will make your test that you will talk with a distance by the microphone. Okay.
Yeah.
And
also like.
Yeah. Also to use more or less always the same tone of voice, because sometimes it happens that you start a discussion, you smile a lot, you begin to laugh a lot, and it is not so good to listen the different okay? Try to follow, okay, you can smile of course, but try to follow like more or less the same tone of voice. Anyway, you can edit this using an editor. If you need to just edit your tone of voice, if in some moments you just go high with the tone of voice or go deep. Also, another important tip is to avoid the silence. It's like the name of a song, but no, it's a tip. You need to try to talk during the podcast, as the Valentina and Georgia and Antonio said. It's very important to prepare before the blocks, the scheme of the podcast. So I don't know if you have some doubts. Really, we already say the most important part. We suggest to begin with a brainstorming to choose the radio name, to choose the radio logo, or if you want to put your faces in the picture of the logo, you also can create it in this way, and choose about the theme, what you want to talk about. If you are 3, for example, in Iceland at the moment, you can create also 2 different shows. Can you hear me? Okay. For example, in your case, at the moment you are 3 people, so you can start creating 2 different shows. One show about the project of seeds, and another show about environment, or what do you want, what do you prefer. The most important is that all of you will learn how to use the mixer, and will learn how to be a sound technician. So that's why we need 2 people to create a show. One of you will stay in front of the mixer, and at the same time we'll talk about the theme of the podcast. And the other people should be a guest, or should be just a colleague, and you will maintain the podcast both during the 30 minutes or 20 minutes. So you will discuss about the theme of the podcast. The most important for us is that all of you will learn and will teach at the same time, for future people that will join your radios, how to manage the mixer, because you will see that you need to make a lot of small changes of your tone of voice, how you will hear you in the headphones. And in this way, you will feel confidence during the podcast creation. If not, you will notice that someone will talk high, another down. So you will experience this during the creation of the podcast. Maybe the Italians already made some mistake in this way and are already living this kind of problems of issues during the creation of the podcast. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not a problem. It's about the creation and the experience and about the creation of mistakes. I don't know if you have any questions or any problem.
Not at the moment.
No, we don't have questions. We don't have questions. We're okay. We like, there's no silence. We need to figure out a name. Like one or two shows. We want to do one together, right?
I would like to do a show with him.
It's gonna be fun.
We're a good duo maybe for that. We're already thinking about some names for the shows.
And we do have a really nice jingle. So we already got some inspiration. So yeah, I need to do it.
I have another suggestion to you. Just to avoid, for example, echo. If you hear that
echo, oh yeah.
If you hear your voice like strange, you can try to put the radio inside the box, like behind to you, and talk inside. In this way, yeah. In this way,
like this. Talk. Like
yes,
that. Or do you mean this thing?
No.
No, you can try to talk inside that closet.
I need to.
Inside the closet.
Yeah, I'm not talking outside the closet for myself, but
okay, I get it.
It's sorry, joke. Really bad joke.
I want to tell you, he's normal during the day. He's not.
Yeah, every day we talk inside the closet. It's just a tip, because if you can use also panels that filter your voice. But if not, cheapest way to avoid the echo is talking inside a box, like a paper box or like a closet. It's.
I understand, like sort of an filter between it.
Yeah. Let me.
Hij bedoelt echt dat je fucking hoofd. Dat je hoofd in de kast.
We have this kind of panels, for example. Okay.
You put that in your box, and you put the box over your head, and you talk.
If you have a box,
your box.
If you have a box or a closet, you don't need it.
Okay. It's just.
I still want to get it. What's the delivery time from Spain?
I know that one. It's about 3 weeks.
This is very cheap. It's like €30. You will receive like 10 of this, and you can put just in the space. You don't need to create like a wall. It's just to put one panel in front of you, one panel up, and one panel on the right and the left. Like with 5 or 6 panels, it's enough. But if you don't want to make this,
how many square meters? How many square meters?
It's like 60 or 50 centimeters. It's like.
So I need to buy 50 of those to get my parents quiet. Okay.
No, it's enough. For example, to put just one of these. One of these here, one of these here.
It looks really professional if you have that on your wall, like on the back.
Yeah.
It looks
You
really
keep it like that, like around the hat. I like it.
We create this. This is homemade. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We made this. It's like lana de vidrio. Inside we put an insulated material that.
I understand. I used to play also in studios, so I understand what you mean.
Okay.
But maybe like a helmet.
This cost.
Oh, we got the helmets. Get them.
This costs like 20 euros and it's very, very big. It's very useful to filter the... No puedo ver esto. Bueno. Okay. So just some tips to try to avoid this kind of effects that you will face during the recording the podcast. Okay, if you hear this kind of effects, you can try to solve in this cheapest way. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Good tip.
Yeah, we're crazy. You regret us. You invited us. Turkey. No,
He's already like,
no. We're gonna make a really cool video. So we understand we try to improvise as much as possible. So we're doing our best.
That's not my recommendation.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to get a topic and we'll fix it.
Is there like a number of topics we should pick from, or we can choose for ourselves? Okay.
Sorry.
You talk about what is politically correct and not correct too. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Having illegal is better.
Yeah. We are talking about different topics at the moment. We are talking about food, environment. We are talking about drug addiction, management, money management. We are talking about bullying and so on. So you can choose. I saw that the Italians like make an interview with a organization that works promoting the fight against the bullies. Isn't it? It's like Mabasta, no?
It's called Mabasta.
So they are talking about this kind of topic. So you can choose the topics that in which you can feel comfortable, but also the topic in which you are curious and you want to investigate, because you can invite someone also using Zoom like now or Skype and talk with someone that already know the topic and want. But you can also create a music podcast and try to invite local musicians to promote themselves.
So we can invite also other people.
Yeah.
Yes, you're saying no again. It's yes. It's yes.
It's more interesting if you put.
They make them mock. The Spaniards are mocking us. There ain't no Napoleon here. But Napoleon's French. Francis,
It's more interesting if you invite people.
Italian and Spanish. We're both stupid. Yeah, we're stupid. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Continue, please.
I'm pretty sure that you will create very, very interesting podcasts. We are waiting for your podcast because I'm quite sure that you will create very, very interesting podcasts. Anyway, it's better if you can invite something and you can put in the title of the podcast. Today we will talk with, because people maybe should be interesting. But in your case, I think that
Sorry. We just found the first topic.
It's just to say that in your case, I'm sure that with you, it's enough. You don't need more people. No. Okay, guys. I don't know if you have any question. If not, it's okay for us.
Are you also making a podcast? That would be fun too. Yes, that's a yes. When she nods no, it's a yes.
What is that?
And the other one doesn't know yet. But I think it's a yes too.
We can send to you the links to Spreaker. At the moment, we only have a Spanish podcast, but just to have a look to our podcast, and then you can create your radio show. We hope that by the end of the year, you can have the name of the shows and your first podcast too. Okay, we can fix this deadline. Can we fix this deadline, end of the year?
Yes.
Great.
Let's celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, our idea at the moment is to
Feliz
create
Navidad.
Navidad. At the moment, our idea is to create a marathon, maybe before Christmas, we will see, to record different podcasts among 24 hours. And during the 24 hours, but not stay 24 hours connected. Just we will turn all the groups to create a crowdfunding campaign to get money for example, a campaign that we want to, I don't know, we want to create something, for example, we work with the food bank and we want to get money to buy food for people with fewer opportunities. But you can also find in your country some organization that need support, economical support, although maybe we will get not a lot of money, but something that we can make using the radio. So we will write to you thinking about this idea. It depends on the number of people involved and how many show we can create among 24 hours. Maybe we will reduce to 12 hours just during the day, for example. If we are a lot of people, we can also make a 24-hour marathon. If not, just a 12 hours. Okay, guys, so nice to meet you. And from Spanish group, it's enough at the moment. I hope that with this first connection with all the groups, we can start a very good collaboration. If you have some doubts, especially Judah with the connection, okay, now we are building the radio. If you have some problem, write us or send a message. I will leave our chat, our phone.
So I have a question. So we have to hand over the podcast trial tomorrow or tonight?
Yesterday.
You know,
you are funny, yeah?
Mañana, no, yesterday. Mañana.
Yes, we discussed that later.
Okay, good. I like that idea.
You will discuss about money with the mic then.
Yes.
Money, jingle. It's a money jingle.
In the money world.
No, it's copyright. Don't worry, we don't sing it.
No, we can just.
Money. Get some money. Oh, sorry.
Get some
money. It's a
And you're sunny.
Bro, it down, man. No.
We're not PGIG.
We're gonna mute us.
So
very big hug and kiss.
Very big hug.
And hope to hear you in the next days, okay, next week, to talk about the first episodes and to begin to start this amazing project.
That's right.
We're gonna win this. We're going to Cannes, like France, the film festival. This is gonna be it.
Yes, yeah.
She's saying yes again. This is a good yes.
I like how she's agreeing with everything.
Yeah, she also, you know.
Oh, she hates it. Look at that.
Now she doesn't agree with you, but she agrees with me, I guess.
Excuse me.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.